friends, in this video we are going to see how to use an index and match function in Excel. In this table, I have plotted the name of the student and the marks obtained by each student in three subjects, namely Hindi, English and Maths. So first, let us see what a match function is. The match function is used to determine the position of a value in a range or an array. For example, suppose in this table, which consists of multiple rows and columns, you want to know in which row is Amit appearing. Then you can use the match function. So first, we have to enter the lookup value. That is, what name or value are we looking for in our table, which is Amit. Then we have to select the row or the column in which the name will be appearing. In our case, the name of the student is plotted in column B. So I have selected column B, and then we can mention three options over here: less than, exact match, or greater than. We generally use exact match so that we get an exact value and not an approximation. So we put 0 and then we press enter, and we see that we get the figure as 4. That is, in our table, Amit is first appearing in the fourth row. So if we check the table, we see that Amit is appearing in the fourth row. Suppose you want to know, now over here, in this name of the student, Amit is appearing 3 times because we have plotted the marks for 3 subjects, English, Hindi and Maths. Now, if you want to know in which row is Amit up, the marks obtained by Amit is appearing in English. Specifically, for example, over here, we have the marks obtained by him in Maths. The row number 4 contains the marks obtained in Maths. You want to know which row consists of the marks obtained in English. So over here, we have two criteria. First is Amit and then is English. So how do we apply this formula? Over here, since we have to look up two criteria, the name of the student and the subject, we mention the lookup value as 1. Then we have to select the lookup array. In our initial example, we selected the column in which the name must be appearing. But over here, since we have two searches, we have two columns. So one by one, we'll define each criteria. So we put an open bracket. Then we select the column in which the name of the student is appearing. We put an equal to sign and select the cell in which the lookup value is appearing. Then we put an asterisk sign. By putting an asterisk sign, we can define n number of parameters. Then we define our second parameter. That is, we'll select the column in which the subjects are mapped, an equal to sign, and the cell in which the name of the subject is mentioned, which we have to look up for. Now we have defined both the parameters. First, Excel will see in B column where the name Amit is appearing. Then it will go to C column and search for where English is appearing, and then it will give us the answer. So we see that the answer is 5. That is, the marks obtained by Amit in English will be appearing in row number 5. So this is how we use the match function. So in match function, we simply got the row number in which the marks is appearing. But now you want to know what is the marks obtained by Amit in English. So over here, we use the index function. We had previously used a VLOOKUP function. The VLOOKUP function helped us in getting the value against a single parameter based the column number. And in case of the row number, we used to use HLOOKUP. For link to VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, you can refer to the About section of this video. Now suppose, since over here we have to map both the columns and the row. So index function returns the value of the cell based on the unique row number and the column number which you have defined. For example, index. First, we'll have to select the entire table in which the values are appearing. Then we select the row number. Suppose I mentioned the row number as 4 over here and the column number as 3 since we have 3 columns in our table. So you see that we get the value as 90. That is, in this table, in the fourth row and third column, value 90 is stored. So let us see what is stored over here. So in fourth row, we have Amit and the marks against Amit is 90. Now, but suppose you want to know the marks obtained by Amit in English and you do not know in which row that marks will be stored. So first, this has to be done in two steps. First, you'll have to identify in which row the marks in English is stored, and then you'll have to use an index function to give us the value appearing in that row corresponding to a particular column. So this is where we use a combination of the index match function. So first is the index function. We define the name of the student, we define the entire table. Then we have to define the row number, but we do not know in which row will Amit and English be appearing. So over here, we'll use a match function. Since there are two parameters, we'll mention the lookup value as 1. Then we have to select the lookup array. So the name of the student, we have to first open, type an open bracket. Then we'll select the column in which the name of the student will be appearing equal to the cell in which the lookup value is there. So we have defined our first parameter, that is the name of the student. Then we'll be defining our second parameter, that is the name of the subject. And the match type as 0. So we have put in the entire match function in our cell, which will give us the row number. Now we have to define the column number. So in our table, the marks are stored in column 3. So we'll mention 3 and we get our result as 89. That is, the marks obtained by Amit in English is 89. So just a quick revision. How we did it was, first, we used the index function. Index function gives us the value of a cell based on the row number and the column number. So in the index function, first we'll have to define the table in which the data is stored. Then we have to define the row number. Now over here, we do not have the row number for the marks obtained by a student in a particular subject. So we use the match function. Since there are more than one parameters, that is the name of the student and the subject, the lookup value we define as 1, and then separated by a comma, we define a lookup array. That is, first Excel will look in column B and we put a equal to sign. So wherever in this column the name Amit will be appearing, Excel will store that in its memory. Then we define the second parameter, which is the name of the subject in column C. So again, when Excel, once Excel has identified in which rows the name of the student is appearing, it will look in row C to search for in which row the subject English is appearing, and that way it will define the exact row number. Then we put the exact match. So we have defined the row number and the column number we know as 3. So that way we get the marks. This is a very useful function we want to if we have a table and we want to get the value based on a particular row number and a column number. I hope this function is clear to you. If you like the video, do share and subscribe. Thank you.